Welcome to Premier Inn here in Cologne in Germany. I'm going to share with you what it's like to stay in a Premier Inn in Germany. I've never stayed in a Premier Inn outside the UK, so I thought this video would be really useful to any of you that might be coming to Germany or indeed anywhere else where they have a Premier Inn outside the UK, just to let you know what it's like, how does it compare to the UK Premier Inns, what's the breakfast like, what are the rooms like, and if you are looking to come to Cologne in Germany and you're wanting to stay in this Premier Inn, which is the Premier Inn Sud, and you're just wanting to see how far it is from the centre of Cologne and just around the hotel just in generally, this is the video for you, because I'm going to share with you the breakfast here in the Premier Inn. I'm going to do a little room tour, and I'm also going to take you outside the Premier Inn, show you a little bit of our journey, how you get to the centre of Cologne, so into the old part as well as the new part. So just give you some top tips really if you're thinking of staying in this Premier Inn, the Premier Inn Sud in Cologne in Germany. So first of all, I'm just going to share with you a little bit of a room tour, then I'm going to give you my overall impressions of the Premier Inn. I'm going to get to a little bit of breakfast and then outside the Premier Inn here. So we're in Cologne here in Germany. We stayed for 3 nights in this Premier Inn. Now what I would definitely say, just before I do sort of the room tour just going round, is that we've had a really lovely stay. It's been really quiet. It is a really big Premier Inn actually, is this one. It's got 17 floors. A little bit difficult sometimes getting the lift. That's one thing that I would say. If you're only on the first sort of few floors, sometimes use the steps, might be a bit easier. Sometimes you're waiting for a lift for quite a while. On occasions, not all the time, but 17 floors, guys, is quite a big Premier Inn for definite, but it's been really quiet. Not got much of an outlook, but as I say, it has been a really quiet, comfortable stay here in the Premier Inn. So as I say, before I do any more overall thoughts and breakfast outside the hotel, location, etc., let me take you around a little bit of a room tour. So first of all, in the room, obviously you've got the bed area. It is very, very similar set out to Premier Inns in the UK, but what I would definitely say is your rooms are definitely smaller. I've stayed in quite a lot of Premier Inns in the UK, and although they do differ in size, they do differ with, you know, how they are. Some are much newer buildings, etc., and some are maybe not as good. But on the general whole, I would say the room that we've had here in Cologne in Germany has been smaller. But one definite difference for us is because we're a party of 3, we've got a double bed, which has been really comfortable, lovely bed, lovely, you know, cushions and everything, pillows, etc. Everything's been such a comfy stay. Emily, though, has had this pull-out sofa bed. She said it hasn't been maybe as comfortable. I think it has, guys. I think it's been okay. It probably just isn't as comfortable as your standard bed. I think that's the main thing to note. So because we've been staying as a 3, this sofa has obviously been pulled out all of the time as a bed. So in theory, if that had actually been pushed back, we would have had all of this floor space here, which would have made it a little bit easier to manoeuvre around. Right now, all of our things are out of the room because we're actually leaving. All of our cases are out because we do have 3 biggish cases. So if you can imagine everyone, 3 people, 3 big cases in this short amount of space here, it has been a bit of a squish, but we've managed fine. We've just sort of taken our time getting everything out of the cases and tried to put them in the wardrobe area here, which I will show you. It's a very small wardrobe, it's very narrow. Just near the front door, you've just got a wardrobe area here, which, as I say, is quite narrow and small. But what I did is I used packing cubes for our clothes, so I just literally packed them up going that way rather than hanging them up, and sort of like toiletries put in the bathroom, and then other little bits and pieces. I used this shelf up here, so it wasn't too bad in the end. As I say, it's very small. Excuse the massive amount of rubbish there. I will talk about the cleaning services in the room in just a moment. We've got the standard safe, which is standard in most, you know, most Premier Inns and most hotels. You've got the bathroom here. Very nice bathroom, that's what I would definitely say. The shower has been wonderful. Oh, whoops, me turning the light off, sorry guys. A standard bathroom, but very, very nice. I think the bathroom is actually quite spacious. Not had a problem with the bathroom at all. Standard hairdryer. We did actually bring our own soap, and they do have soap provided as well. And we have actually got a big amount of towels underneath here because we've had showers, etc. We're about to leave, so that's why there's not lots of other clean towels here because we've used them all. But yeah, just a standard bathroom really. Nice mirror area there to get ready. You know, standard toilet and sink. You know, nothing out of the ordinary. But I would say, as I say, the shower has been been perfect, a really, really lovely shower and just a really nice space. I think because the room is really small, I didn't expect the bathroom to maybe be quite as big as what it was. So yeah, really happy with the bathroom. As I say, this space here has been quite, you know, quite small for 3 people and 3 cases, but if we didn't have this sofa bed, it would have made it a little bit better. So if anyone's saying there's a 2, then I think you'll be absolutely fine with the space that you've got. Just really nice sort of decor and everything. It's been really clean, really nice, just a lovely stay here. You do have tea and coffee making facilities. You don't get the water, that's just something that we've bought ourselves. Very limited in terms of the tea and coffee, there's just a small amount, but you've got that there if you want it. Obviously a TV, we haven't bothered too much. And then you've got an awful lot of sockets, so both sides of the beds and also over here near the telly. You've definitely got lots of charging points. That's definitely a plus point here in the Premier Inn, because you can just charge them using your wires as well as your travel adapters and plugs. So lots of different points there. This is our view from the room. We're in room 314 on the 3rd floor. It's not, you know, massive outlook out there, but still, you know, not a bad outlook. Just got all our things here ready to go. So just a bit of an overview really in terms of a few things that you definitely need to know if you're staying in the Premier Inn Sud here in Cologne in Germany, or indeed it might actually be applicable to quite a few other Premier Inns that are outside the UK. I don't think they're doing it just yet in the UK. They do adopt a no clean policy unless you actually request one. So for our first day we didn't request a clean, and then for the second day we did. And the only reason being, I'm not too bothered, guys, if they don't change the bedding, etc. For a few nights stay, it wouldn't bother me at all. However, things like having a replenished of toilet roll, having clean towels, maybe having your rubbish taken out, I think that's a definite, I think that's a must. But you don't get it unless you ask for it. So you definitely have to go down early on a morning, I think it's before 12 o'clock, to request a room clean. So definitely note that, because on the first day we were thinking, well, should we do it every day? Should we do it every other day? You know, what should we do? But we've only done it once in our stay here, just to mainly get clean towels, because if you don't ask, you're not going to get clean towels or toilet rolls or the tea and coffee making facilities, things like that. They won't get replenished unless you ask for a clean, and the rubbish as well. And we've got quite a lot of rubbish piling up here just from sort of the last couple of days since we had it cleaned here in the room. So that's definitely something to note. I'm now going to head to a clip of breakfast. So we did pay for breakfast just for one day because we wanted to experience some sort of German bakery breakfast and things like that while we were here as well. So we only did the Premier Inn breakfast for one day. I'm going to come back on and share with you my thoughts. So we actually paid €17.50 each adult. Emily was free because she's under 16, but that does work out to be more than the UK for definite, because usually it's about £10 per person, isn't it? And under 16s are usually free. So €17.50, so it's €35 for all 3 of us. I'm going to let you know what I thought of it when I've shown you the footage. So let's get to the breakfast. So what did we think of the Premier Inn breakfast? It's not the same as the UK, guys. It definitely isn't the same. The hot food was cold food, had no real heaters going on to keep it hot, wasn't replenished that much, and there was very, very limited hot food. Usually in the UK, we definitely get more items of the hot food. Cold food was okay, as in the pastries and things. Again, not as much choice as the UK, but it was okay. It tasted okay. Cereals and fruit, etc. There was a few different bits of cold food. You definitely got more sort of cheese and hams, that type of thing, as a bit more continental here, so that was okay. It was okay. Would I ever pay for a Premier Inn breakfast if I was to come anywhere outside the UK again? Probably not, I'll be honest. I don't think it was worth the money. It definitely wasn't the value that you get in the UK, so I would say it's a no from us. As I say, when I'm eating hot food, I kind of want it to be hot, and I would have liked to have a lot more variety. Wasn't massively clean either. The room in here has been really clean, it's been really nice, but you know, plates and cutlery and things weren't massively clean in the restaurant, I'll be honest. We didn't have a drink in the bar or anything, but I did notice happy hour between 5 and 7, something like that. So it's quite a nice bar area, so again, to have a drink in there. Now I'm going to share with you, just before I get to my overall thoughts of the Premier Inn here in Germany, how we get to sort of the new part and the old part of the centre here in Cologne, Germany. I thought it would just be a bit useful if anyone's watching this video where you're just not sure whether to book it or not in terms of the location, how you get to the centre. I thought it'd be a bit more useful to share with you a little bit of that footage. So let's get to that now. So just leaving the Premier Inn for our day today, just to show you around the area really. So there's the Premier Inn reception sign. I'll show you inside when we come back from our walk. But just a main road area here. We don't actually tend to hear very much noise though, if I'm honest, in the rooms. The room has been really, really quiet. I'm going to share with you now how we get to the centre of Cologne. So this is the walkway we take. We go onto a main road, and as I say, I'm going to share with you the area that you would take if you wanted to go to Christmas markets, if you were staying here at Christmas time, or the old part, sort of like oldie worldy sort of restaurants and pubs and things such as that in the old part. But the main area we're going to this morning is where the main shops are, so the shopping area, which is a slightly different direction. All kind of leads to the same thing, if I'm honest. It kind of goes around in a circle, so you can't really get too lost. But yeah, so we just come down this street, Premier Inn there on the corner, and then you come to this main busy road here. So this busy street here, it is quite easy to navigate the roads though, guys. It just has a green man like anywhere else, so it's not too scary. It's raining a little bit this morning, a bit drizzly. So this area here, if you want to go to the main shopping areas, shopping street, which is what we're going to do this morning, you would carry on straight ahead, and it's probably less than a 10-minute walk to get to some of the shops. Whereas if you wanted to go to the old part and sort of, as I say, Christmas markets, if you were into that, and you're here at Christmas time, you would turn over to the right here. So green man's on, crossing the road. As I say, we're going to go straight ahead to the main shopping area, all the shops and things, and the cathedral. I think a lot of the areas, to be honest, can kind of go around to each other. So the Premier Inn is literally to the right there, and as I say, this busy street here. But turning right here, down this street, probably about a 10-minute walk, maybe 5 minutes, would take you to more the old part of Cologne. And that's where the Heinzel market is at the moment, the Christmas market. So there is a lot of Christmas markets here in Cologne anyway, all spread out. And really, wherever you are going to kind of get to the same area. So we're going straight ahead here to the shops, the new area, but you can get to the cathedral from there. And then the old part heading that direction, you can kind of go a veer around to get to the cathedral. It all kind of leads to the same thing. That's what I'm getting at. So we're just going to continue along this main road here. Just ahead of us, you'll actually see a building. I think it's something Kloppenberg, something like that. It's like a different kind of shaped building. And I would say it probably takes about 10 minutes from here to get to the shopping area. So not far, either directions, whether you're going to the old part, the new part, probably about a 10-minute walk from Premier Inn to where that area starts, and then it depends on where you walk in from there. And then this is the building that I was talking about, the Peak and Kloppenberg, I think that's how you pronounce it. When you see that, you just want to be turning off to your left down this street, and any of these little streets down here to the right will take you to the shopping street, which is at the other side of this building. There's lots of signs about here in Cologne as well. So this one, I don't know if the camera's actually making it out. If I just zoom in a little bit for you. So it says Dom, which is the cathedral, and the shopping is all going this way. And then obviously you've got other things pointing in the other direction. So there is a lot of signposts there, which is very helpful. We're just going to cross over to the right hand side here, go down one of these side streets, and then it'll take us to the shopping areas. So we've just come out of the side streets there, and it brings you to this shopping area here. So all the shops ahead of us and behind as well. So lots of different high street shops here, and then if you head that direction, it will take you to the cathedral area, which I think is probably only about another 5-minute walk from here. Emily wanted to test out to see what the difference was in a German McDonald's. What don't they have, Em? This is the entrance to Premier Inn, reception there, and through to the breakfast and the bar area, and then the lift's just here. You need to use your card as usual. We're on floor 3, aren't we? Yeah. One second under. So you need to do your card and then your floor. In most Premier Inns you have to do that. There's usually security where you have to do that. Yeah. So we might as well take you to our room. Have I gone the wrong way? Yeah. Oh, you didn't tell me.
Oh, that's hilarious. You went the completely wrong way.
Just went the wrong way, guys. I mean, I should know by now. We've had a few nights, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh, we had a lovely stay here. Yeah. Right. Let's go. Pop your card in when she can do it.
There we are.
There we are. So my overall thoughts of the Premier Inn Sud here in Cologne in Germany is that it's been a wonderful stay, really, really good. I'm going to pop a note on the screen now in terms of how much we paid for 3 nights. We've actually come over the Christmas holiday period of time, so we've actually stayed here from the 27th of December for 3 nights, and we're leaving now on the 30th of December, just to give you an idea of the price that we've paid. We did book it quite far in advance, I'll be honest, so if you're interested, book as far in advance as you possibly can. So what's it like to stay in a Premier Inn here in Europe, outside the UK? It's been lovely. It's been a really nice stay. The rooms are quite small. Breakfast is a no-no. The location of this particular Premier Inn in Cologne in Germany I think has been excellent. A 10-minute walk sort of either direction. You're going to get to the old part or the new part with all the shopping and everything. You're not that far away from Christmas markets if you're here for Christmas time, and the cathedral, even the chocolate museum, the Schokolade museum is in easy reach. Everything's walkable. I would say from this Premier Inn, the Premier Inn Sud in Cologne in Germany, I would say the maximum you're going to walk is about half an hour to any kind of location really of things you might want to see here in Cologne. But just to get to the main sort of centre areas, I'd say probably a 10-minute walk, so not that far at all. Things in the area, I did actually show in the footage, the street you go down to sort of the old part of Cologne. In that street there's definitely a Thai restaurant. In the time of filming there is, obviously in December 2024, there's a Thai restaurant, a sushi restaurant, I think there's a Greek restaurant, there's a few little restaurants, a few little German bars, so there are things quite close, and then as I say, you can walk a little bit further on to get into the centre of Cologne. So overall thoughts, it's been lovely here in the Premier Inn. We actually by accident booked a second day of breakfast, which was our fault because we said one day, they made a mistake in adding it on, but we didn't say anything until we paid the final balance of the the hotel bill. Then we realised that added it on, but they just took it off really easy for us. The staff here have been wonderful, really, really nice, lovely and pleasant. And as I say, because of the whole mix up with the money situation for the second breakfast, you know, it wasn't an issue to them at all. So we've had a lovely stay. As I say, it's been really comfy. I would just say the rooms are a bit small and breakfast is a no-no, but apart from that, it's been perfect. Really good value for money. I would say it's really cheap to stay in a Premier Inn anywhere, but outside the UK, I would definitely do it again in other parts of Germany or anywhere else that I can get a Premier Inn. Cologne in Germany has been wonderful. Go check out our videos. We've done sort of a Christmassy video in terms of the Christmas markets, etc. if you're interested in that. Also a Cologne overview. We've also done Primark here. So definitely go check out our other videos here in Cologne in Germany. So thanks so much for watching today's video on the Premier Inn Sud here in Cologne in Germany. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope it's given you some top tips, and definitely come and stay here if you're thinking of a trip to Cologne. It's definitely worth staying in this Premier Inn for really good value. Also, if you're interested in Brussels, we've done a Brussels trip not that long ago, so check out that playlist too. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a like, and we'll see you on the next one.